Welcome to the SMITE God reveal for Hera, Queen of the Gods. From the summit of Mount Olympus, she has watched the gods and pantheons, their triumphs, their follies. She watched as the legends of Zeus, of Hercules, and all the others were etched into history. The world has descended into calamity, and she can watch no longer. Now, the time has come for the legend of Hera to be written. By her side, Argus, her champion, the indomitable agent of her will and vengeance. Through her charisma and skill, Hera has rallied great heroes and whole armies to follow her. Yet she is no distant general. Hera is queen of the gods, born of the Titans, and any who cross her shall know her justice firsthand. While the other gods are masters of lightning, or fire, or death, Hera is master of divinity itself. She can reshape nature, including her foes, and she will hold nothing back as she steps forth upon the battleground of the gods. For the Queen of the Gods has come at last, and she has come to rule. Hera's divine nature empowers her construct, Argus. Each time Hera deals damage to gods while Argus is currently on cooldown, that cooldown is reduced. If Argus is active, Argus will heal for a small amount each time Hera deals damage to gods. Hera and Argus attack simultaneously. The portals quickly open, and Argus's fists come flying through, crushing enemies between the portals. Hera sends forth a wave of divine magic, damaging enemies caught in the blast and throwing minions into the path of Argus's attack. Hera weaves magic in front of her before sending it out, damaging all enemies hit by this ability. If her magic hits an enemy god, it causes their form to shift into a monster for a brief duration. Hera shrouds herself in divine power, granting her a shield from damage that also provides movement speed while it is active. If Argus is on the battlefield when this ability is cast, Argus also benefits from the divine power. Argus will gain increased movement speed and deal damage to targets around him. Hera wills Argus onto the battlefield, causing him to come crashing down at a target location. Upon landing, he will damage and knock up gods in the area before finding a target to attack. Hera can either manually control Argus by refiring the ability, or Hera can recall Argus to her side, where he will attack anyone that gets too close. Argus himself has a unique attack chain. He will first attack with a punch before slamming down on the ground in front of him. If this attack connects with an enemy, he will rip up the ground in the direction of the target hit. Hera's polymorph can successfully remove options for your opponent, preventing them from using abilities to escape Royal Assault. Comboing these abilities together will deal quite a bit of damage and help Royal Assault really connect. Positioning is an important tactic for any queen on the battlefield. While most of Royal Assault's damage comes from Argus, hitting an opponent with both Hera's and Argus's attack will deal substantial damage. Divine Shroud can help Hera stay alive while getting in close, and can serve a bonus purpose when Argus is active, providing more damage onto her enemies. Argus is an imposing threat, able to deal quite a bit of damage both when he enters the fight and when he is chasing his enemies. While enemies can kite him, Divine Shroud can heavily boost his speed, allowing him to close the gap and get in a few good punches. Combine this with Polymorph, and your opponent will be feeling the pressure. Hera is a mage who plans ahead, deciding between long-range intervention or more direct impact. She is a queen, after all. She decides what plan is the best for her kingdom and the battlefield. From her ability to displace minions and deal heavy damage with Royal Assault, to the control and range of Polymorph, skilled Hera players will know when to control a fight from afar or get in close. Argus, the Defender, is another powerful tool, allowing her to bring her own tank into a fight and disrupt opponents. Divine Shroud further enables her to survive threats, be aggressive, or empower Argus to be an even more imposing threat. To start, Hera will want to start with Royal Assault. The flexibility of where she can aim this ability helps her clear against many opponents, and if she can get beside the wave, it can really quickly clear. Next, pick up Polymorph for control and more pressure before getting another point in Royal Assault. Pick up 1 point in Divine Shroud at level 4 for additional safety and the synergy with Argus. From here, you will want to follow the ability priority of Argus, the Defender, Royal Assault, Polymorph, and Divine Shroud. Hera benefits heavily from magical power and cooldown reduction. Magical power not only increases the pressure she provides, but that of Argus's as well. Cooldown reduction gives her access to Argus more often, both in reducing his cooldown directly and the cooldown of all her abilities with her passive, Commanding Presence. Begin with Book of Souls and a few potions. The high amount of magical power and mana provided help her out in the early game. From there, finish Shoes of Focus before finishing Book of Thoth. Boots really help her position herself well, making it a higher priority over finishing Book of Thoth. From here, Kronos' Pendant brings more power and cooldown reduction into the mix. Obsidian Shard rounds out her damage before picking up Gem of Isolation. The slow from this ability gives herself more peel as well as additional ranged utility. Finally, close out with Spear of Desolation for more of the stats she wants. More power, capped cooldown reduction, and a bit more penetration to round out her damage. Thanks for watching the Smite God reveal for Hera, Queen of the Gods.